Finish him.
It's all about experience. It's to feel the adrenaline running through our veins. Like all the things we do that excite us. Whatever world we come from or live in, there are people that are born to succeed. They're called special, to hustle every day for an opportunity of a lifetime. Looking for the challenge to shape our future is something that's in our DNA. A privilege just available for a few. Traders, we see things differently, paying attention to every small detail that would maybe go unnoticed by the common eye. On or by the edge is our playground, with a constant strive for glory, seeking for a new tomorrow. Do you feel special? Take back control of your investments.
Hello.
Go on.
1 2 1 2 1 million 2 million 3 million. Hello.
That's the account now.
No, that's how Warren Buffett counts to 10. And actually, this is true. That's how it counts. Order me a cappuccino as well, please.
Yeah? Problem.
BFD K5, order me a cappuccino as well, please. Or maybe an ice latte. That would be nice. I don't think you realize that his...
Sorry.
He muted himself now. Oh man. Where do we begin? Who entered into the gold cell I posted?
I did.
I don't trust the market today. I don't trust the market today, so be careful. If this beautiful, nice, bearish pattern or market structure to continue, happy days. But we're getting close to Thursday and Friday, which recently has been not very good to us. USD Japanese yen. That was a stop loss hit earlier in the day, but I re-entered based on the break and retest right there. And I pulled the stop loss a little bit higher, and it just keeps flying. Chenaga.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Yeah, I entered on the USD UJ. Same with the wedge break. I took that trade.
So you noticed the wedge break, the good.
Beautiful. Yeah,
you see,
it
that's
was,
why...
well, I noticed it because of the person in the Discord. I forget his name now.
Oh, in Shayo chart.
Yeah, I missed the briefing, that's why. And then when I saw the wedge, I joined the briefing late, and then I remembered you talking about the wedge, so I went back to the briefing and checked it out, and I was like, oh, so I took it. I'm still in it now.
But it's good because that means you're actually listening and you can trade on your own and not waiting for my signals, my setups. Like, you know, I still notice that many people actually still... Well, Thomas didn't say you can enter. Thomas didn't say to close on the position. Didn't post. Well, I have a life. I have to put together a freaking baby room full of flat lay furniture, which is not fun. So I won't have much time for the coming months. So trade on your own, learn to trade. That's the best way, best investment.
Absolutely. Yeah, I didn't join the community to take signals. I joined the community to learn, and I'm, as I said the last meeting or two, I'm very, very happy, very satisfied.
Because you took the signals.
No, because of the information. It's just endless. The amount of work that Thomas puts in, the amount of effort is, I haven't seen it in anywhere else.
Okay.
Like 5 in the morning, he's posting articles, read this.
Earlier.
It's really nice, honestly.
Even earlier.
Even earlier, correct.
Wow, I'm so flattered. You know, very kind words.
I read all of it.
Please keep going on. It's very good. Yeah, today I woke up at 3 a.m. Immediately sat down in front of the charts and started posting analysis. Whoa. Read the news. This morning we had, I think this morning was a good session when we talked about the ISM PMI numbers and how did it affect the market. What can we expect in the near-term future when we have some good data coming out from the US? What can we expect when we have some bad data coming out from the US? How is it going to affect the gold market, the stock market, and the US dollar? I think it was a good briefing. It's to the point, at least in my opinion. I'm not sure whether you understood it fully or maybe you have questions.
I missed most of the briefing this morning. My country
no help needed.
Yeah, you can rewatch it. You can rewatch it on the website. If you go to alphafx.eu, hopefully you didn't see my browsing history because it's dirty. So if you go to the webinars, which is not weekly anymore, it's daily, and morning briefing is right there. So morning briefing is right there, and yeah, I think the fundamental part is the if you watch the first 15 minutes, that brings you up to speed for the coming weeks, and I don't expect much to change in the near future. Well, interest rate increase or decision, we don't know whether it's going to be an increase, but it's 110% that it's going to be an increase. So we still have about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, so a lot of time. But how will the market react to the news that's coming out from the US? What's going to happen? Is dollar going to dominate the market, continue to go higher and higher? I mean, every single trade on USD Japanese yen, I did miss this part right here. I didn't enter because it was just so freaking bullish. I had no time to enter into any trades because it was just so fast. But every single trade has been shared. I explained the reasoning, the logical reasoning, the macroeconomics and fundamentals behind the dollar strengthening. I've seen many people in reaching out to me that they shorting US dollar, and some people had short position since 141.400, and that is just absolutely insane, because I find it very amusing that how the human brain is works, the psychology, that when something is going up, people immediately ask, sell? When sell? When something is going down an asset price, they want to buy. I'm like, it's nonsense. If it goes up, just buy. But obviously have a logical reasoning behind it, and place your full analysis first with macroeconomics, fundamentals, and then move down to the technicals. Sometimes, yeah, most people look into the technicals. If they line up with the fundamentals, that's luck. But in most of the cases, it's the other way around. Buy, sell, stop loss, sir, TP. I think we're pretty much done for the day. So going through again, gold is respected the previous low and the FIB 61.8. It didn't really touch the levels I was aiming for, so it was just a few dollars shy away. I re-entered a sell, or I entered another sell when I saw this candle right here. When I posted the analysis, it should continue lower. There is a possibility, there's always, the price could, you know, just wake up, close out the sellers and then move down. So that's why it's important to use a stop loss. Not much to say about gold. It's following a beautiful, nice bearish market structure. So moving down to US 30, which again started dropping a little bit earlier than what I was expecting, but luckily I did enter into a sell. Who watched the chart and who entered into a sell?
I did.
Me.
Very good. Very good. Excellent.
Yeah, I did a quick scalp and then I closed it, unfortunately. But anyhow, good money.
Profit is profit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Habibi making money. And we also had, so we talked about gold. I think we pretty much discussed everything this morning. So only the people on YouTube or who couldn't watch the morning briefing, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. But for the rest of the team, it's self-explanatory. That said, I don't really trust the market Wednesday onwards in the past few weeks, so be careful. So gold is a sell. At least I'm selling. This is not financial advice. USD Japanese yen. Buy. US 30 is a beautiful sell. Now, I closed 90% of my positions, learning from last week's mistake when I left some open, and gave back some of the profits earlier from the beginning of the week. Hopefully it's going to continue down, but pretty much with yesterday and Monday's profit, the whole week is done now, but even next week. So now we're just going to watch the market and have a friendly conversation. Or do you have any suggestion? What should we do? That's what I thought.
Yeah, I'm not going to be taking big risks today. I'm like 0.01% from passing 2 evaluation accounts.
Wow.
So I'm chilling.
How many days you got left?
Like 21, I think. When the last time I failed my account, I bought 2 accounts by mistake. So I was like, all right, I'll just trade them both. So yeah, they're both going pretty well.
Well
so
done.
yeah, I'm just
but
like,
you had 21 days and
mode.
21 days,
Yeah.
and how much is the percentage you need to pass? What's the remaining?
Well, account A, I need $20 to pass, and
man.
account B, I need $133.
Nice.
In 21
So,
days,
yeah.
you're going to make it.
Yeah, that's why I'm just gonna take it super chilled, because yesterday was insane. So yeah, yesterday I made 9 times my daily goal.
Wow,
So yeah.
that was a good sell-off yesterday.
So yeah. So I don't want to take any risks today.
And totally understandable. I mean, you are in the finish line. Why would you take unnecessary risk?
Exactly. I made the mistake before, like 3 times.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you pay the price.
Yeah.
Hi guys, Satish here.
Hello, Satish. Someone is
So-
asking whether they should enter gold. Is it too late to enter gold? Let's have a look on the gold market. No, I don't think it's too late. Just use a wider stop loss, or use a tight stop loss, but have the risk of price going to kick out your stop loss. Price could pull back anytime. You know, just for the sake of example, I enter into another short position now because there's a nice wick appeared on the chart. So this is what it looks like. Yeah,
Yeah, I
entered into
agree
the
with you.
sell. You know, and then just take profit. And because this is a scaling position, I'm just gonna take profit whenever I can. If it drops to yesterday's low or maybe a little bit lower, we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, still we can enter the gold in short.
Thank you for reassurance. Yeah, why the stop loss? Small position. Look at that, US30 is dropping real nice. Where are you? Woo!
Damn. I closed that.
So, I want you
good.
to...
I made money.
Yeah, exactly. A small profit is profit, doesn't matter how small it is.
Absolutely.
The only time when size matter is, you know, in the bedroom, but that's a different story. And I want you to think back what I said in the past 2 weeks. What happens when September comes?
The Fed talks.
Liquidity
Right.
back into the
Oh
market.
yeah, the
volume.
liquidity. That's right. That's correct.
Money, money, money. And I said 5th of September we should be back to normal, and the last 2 days phenomenal, and even today absolutely brilliant. I should play the lottery.
Entered into another sell on US30. I couldn't resist.
Why does it look... Another sell on US30. Bring it on.
Resist.
4 more sell.
Oh man, that's not good.
Thomas,
Yes?
I think I expect gold fall back below 1700 later today, I guess.
Chances are very good. So it's reassuring that you see the same kind of things that I do.
And then the the key level will be resistance rather than the support.
Excellent.
I mean, in the short term, you know, sometimes it's hard to imagine, you know, the demand for the gold can sustain, you know, evergreen momentum in such a hawkish environment. I mean, strong USD. Oh my God, it's too.
Yeah, it's difficult to predict, even though there's a reason why I logged 90% of the profits. Maybe I'm just too paranoid and overly protective recently when money comes to the house. It's funny that, you know, when money coming in, I become really a bit suspicious and conscious that, you know, I should be step back. Years ago, when money was coming in from trading, good positions, and I started racking up bigger positions, more risk, and that never ever did any good to me. And a few years ago, I just started, you know, when money was coming in, I became really, really cautious.
You became wiser.
Yeah, when you burn yourself many times, I think that's like a defensive reaction kicks in.
I guess there are a lot of people from Europe right here. Do you guys want to make an overall, you know, of the current situation, you know? your point of view in your country?
Yeah, I'm in Europe. You in Europe as well, right?
Yeah, I'm in France.
Ça va?
Ça va bien.
Enchanté.
Vive la France.
It doesn't look good for this winter.
It's going to be really, really crap. I mean, I can't even imagine that. What's gonna happen this winter?
Me
Russia
personally, I'm not even sure this is going to be a stable political environment in France for this winter, because it's pretty harsh right now. There are a lot of people that are talking about revolution and stuff.
And France, French people, you guys, you do love your revolution, don't you? So is Hungarians, back in '56, but we talked about it in one of the morning briefings, like how the Arab Spring started with, rising food costs, food prices.
Yeah, exactly.
And in Europe, this was something unimaginable for the past, I don't know how, a century, decades. Like, why would people go to the street and start, riots and upheavals just because food prices, unemployment? We didn't grow up in these. We don't know these. And I bet many of you don't know what is hunger, when you have to feed your family, when you have no job, no income, no assets. That's when people start panicking. And when they panic, that takes over. They go to the street and they have to do something. They're going to take that anger to the street. And when that happens, that's going to be a sad day in Europe. And right now, it's not a speculation. If you just read the news, have a look what's happening in Italy, and now Bilal confirmed in France. I mean, in Italy, unemployed people went to the street who could not afford the first heating bill or electricity or whatever bill it is. They were burning the checks, the utility bills on the street. And guess it's going to happen in every single country in Europe.
Yeah. Now they understand, because always thinks Europe, Europe's problem is a world problem, but world problem is not Europe problem. That's what they think till now. Now they understand.
Hopefully they come to an agreement, but I don't think that Russia is going to be an easy partner to negotiate with, or I don't think that the European politicians can build on President Putin's empathy that they're going to turn on the gas. I don't think that's going to happen. Russia is a really, really stubborn nation. I have many Russian friends. Some of them live in Hungary, some of them live in the UK, and the thing is, they're really proud. And once you hurt them, they're going to fight back.
Yep.
I think Putin is also expecting for a political instability this winter.
100% yes.
And I think he got it.
Unfortunately. Oh, gold is really massaging this stop loss on the third entry.
Let's enter it again. Because if you see the current situation, I mean, the ECB and the Bank of England did hikes, and and policy from the Bank of Japan. and also the rate cuts in China. If you think all of these things, this will continue to support the USD. That's why USD is strong, not because of USD is doing good. So I expect definitely gold fall below 1700 in coming sessions. So I think we are in good direction.
So in the meantime, stop loss was hit on gold on the third entry. So, you know, I think it's reasonable to expect a stop loss hit. I mean, 1 out of 3, that's not a bad ratio. And we are heading into the New York session soon. So this is one of the reasons I closed down 90% of the positions. So let's see if we can have another entry on gold. Switching back to trading view. Remember that we still have a pivot above today's high or pre-market high. Chances are high that, you know, it's going to tap into the pivot and then move down, or it could move down from the current price level. So I am entering into another position because I'm bearish on gold. Bearish because of the market structure, bearish because of fundamentals. What did I enter? That was not gold. Hold on. Did I enter? Oh shit, I entered GBP USD. That was a mistake. Damn it. So my mouse was on the wrong window. Okay, entered into a sell. I'm just pulling the stop loss a little bit below the previous entry. So it is at 1705.4. If using a smaller position size, you can use a wider stop loss. It's up to you. Personally, I prefer that. What positions do you guys have open?
2 sell position on gold and the US 30.
US 30. And also, Thomas, if you get a chance, can you please look Euro AUD chart?
What?
If it's possible.
Euro AUD.
Yes, please. Yeah.
It's not even on my watch list. Euro AUD. What do you like on Euro AUD?
Sorry?
What do you want with Euro AUD? I looked at it.
Yeah. So, what's your opinion on buying Euro AUD? You know?
It can go up or down, but maybe sideways. I'm not sure. But I don't trade it. Euro AUD. So I can't comment on it. You know, when I trade something, I do the analysis, and the less I trade, the more I research on one particular pair. Yeah, you know, it takes time to look into something, to analyze, and on the fly, I could look into the technicals, but it won't do much good. Then we have to start the whole drawing up a plan. What is the, you know, starting with macroeconomics, Europe and Australia, so it's quite difficult.
Got it.
I'm completely fine with gold, UJ and US30, as US30 is continued to drop. Gold is now profit on the second entry, the third entry. So that is a wonderful session again. Who's in profit?
Me.
In profit. I mean, my sell on gold is massaging the entry point.
Yeah, but you know, gold is gold. Yesterday we had the stop loss hit before that beautiful melt came to the market. Oh, I have 2 open positions on US30. Maybe I'm gonna pull the stop loss into profit on the first one, and the second one is fine. This is going to be a nice waterfall again today. What do you think?
Hopefully.
Looking at this beautiful market structure.
Hopefully. Because this morning I was expecting for gold to tap the pivot point, but it didn't. Yeah. So I was just like, maybe it made the high point and the swing high, and it's gonna go down.
Maybe it knew we're going to wait until it comes up and said, no, I'm gonna drop before you can sell me. Yeah, I think US30 is going to pay for the bills today. What a nice trade. The second entry was, let me see. Yeah, that was on the retracement. Ugh. And I'm positive to say we're going to hit 31,000 soon, and even below, further down. Let's maybe set a take profit on US30. That is...
Good afternoon.
Hey, Sophie Arkadash.
How are you doing?
I'm doing very, very well. It's a good day.
Indeed.
Pull back on USD, Japanese yen.
Thomas, I read a report on gold from Credit Suisse. They're saying they're anticipating the gold might, if it will go around 1675, 1690, and stays below that, it might reach 1450.
If you look at the chart now, it's at 700. It bounced back from 1680. So I think it's very reasonable to expect gold to drop below 1700, 1690, 1680, or even below. I think we're going to see, if the current interest rate environment continue, or the interest rate hikes. If you look at the I showed you this chart earlier this morning about the US interest rate. Now, the yields on the 10-year government bonds or notes are going to increase because the Fed was crystal clear about it. They're going to raise interest rate. Now, last week, when interest rate was just above 3%, I draw this, that it's going to come up to 3.5 and even 4%. And since that, it skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Yields are extremely high. So if yields continue to increase, that's direct competition for gold. Gold doesn't bear any interest. We talked about it a million times. Yeah, 100% absolutely agree. It's going to reach even 1500. 1500 maybe a bit too extreme for now, but right now, as of today, ceteris paribus, if nothing else changes in the next 1 year, we're going to see 1500 by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Second entry on gold is now running in profit. Let's have a look on the position. Yes, it's running in profit. Easy life, innit?
Yeah. I still have a small position on ES30 from 31,780. I never closed it.
31,780. That's that's a very good entry. 31,780.
Wow. Yesterday I closed half, and then I kept the other half.
And today I give you another half. How about that? So you're going to have 1.5. You can double your money within 24 minutes with me.
Trust me, brother.
Trust me, brother. How did you like the short today I posted on Instagram?
I didn't see that.
You haven't seen it?
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I love Tom Hardy.
I'll check it.
I love that meme as well. It's hilarious in many situations.
Freaking brilliant. Ah, God, we have to end the stream on YouTube. We have only 85 likes.
Come on, guys.
Oof.
Come on.
Somebody doesn't like the stream and wants to finish early today. You guys on YouTube, you're not doing...
They got value from the stream, but they don't want to contribute.
No good. No good. Do you want your double your money or not? It was... seriously, it's the last 2 days, or the last 3 days, it's brilliant, it's perfect. And I said, guys, trust me, 5th of September, market should be back to normal. 5th of September, bank holiday, US market. Yeah, that was a bit of shit, but we did enter into gold long. Yesterday short, today short again, and just straight profits. And if you want US30 to drop, gold to drop, and USD Japanese yen to go higher, hit the like button once. Statistically and scientifically proven by Brit scientists that is a direct correlation with the correlation coefficient of 1,000,000, that if you hit the like button, these things will happen. Yes, Patrick, you raise your hand.
Yes. Is it possible that we talk after the stream about the current situation in Europe? We mentioned it, some political situation and economy situation. I would like to add something about Germany, but I don't want to that my statement is public on YouTube streamed.
Yes.
Maybe at the end, a couple of minutes, I would like to add something about the situation in Germany.
What's cooking in Germany, Patrick?
We have not enough likes, so you can cut off YouTube anyway.
Yeah, we can end the stream now because there's not enough likes on YouTube. So, okay, let me see. Where is the end stream button? Your lucky thing is that I'm really bad with technology because I'm getting old. How do I end the stream?
Can you mute it?
I can. I could, but that would be mean, wouldn't it?
No.
It's only an idea about my observation of the political situation.
Yeah, I want to hear it, Patrick.
Maybe we can talk at the end, a couple of minutes. It's not. It is not no so important things or dangerous things. It's only an opinion.
Yeah, of course, man. We also learn.
Is it speculation or something starts in Germany?
I guess speculation.
Okay. We love speculation, don't we?
Yeah, markets like.
And gossip.
Hi, Thomas.
Omar?
Argelis.
Argelis, I keep... Yeah, Omar has a similar voice.
But we have it.
Sorry.
Just a question. I missed your last sentence. You said it. Don't you think that I'm able to enter or just?
Yeah, all in, brother. All in.
Okay. Thank
you.
All
in. Same stop loss. You know, it's a bit wider, but price is still very close to the entry level. All in. Get your wife's credit card. Upload some money to Forexy, and then bang on. Zirafira is asking, Tomasz, what do you think for now? It will just go down or go to 709 first? Anything is possible. It would be nice if it dropped. I mean, nothing changed since yesterday, so the current pullback, this orderly fashion, going up the stairs, coming down the elevator, typical scenario could play out, in my opinion. That, you know, it was going up very nicely, neatly, beautiful, bullish pullback. But if you look at the bigger picture, we have multiple bearish signs. The first one is that the freaking market is selling off for like weeks. That's the first bearish sign. But then, you know, people, when they see that, oh, price is going up, no, it's just retracing, it's just pulling back. And beautiful W pattern, so that should continue down. In my opinion, it's gonna drop and not retracing back higher, hopefully, for now. But anything is possible in the market, so.
It's going down.
Shuba Goyal is asking, how do I contact you for mentorship? No need. I'm not a mentor, I'm just drawing lines on a chart.
Hi, Thomas. I have a question. What do you think for a long-term trade with a small lot? Is it a good time to buy gold?
Hello, Syed. Are you a member?
Indeed, yes.
Okay. Have you attending any of the morning briefings, or have you watched the recordings?
I just woke up.
But did you watch it yesterday, or the day before, or last week?
Nope.
You never attended any morning briefings, you never watched any of the recordings.
I worked at night basically, so this is my morning.
Yeah, but the recording, there's a reason why I record it, so you can watch it whenever you want. So you saying that you joined the group, you trading with us, but you never watched any of the morning briefings where I give you a full breakdown of fundamentals and macroeconomics.
I just blindly follow your trade, and I recovered, I think, 34,000 pounds.
Woo!
Remember last month I shared my screen with you guys, and I personally thank you as well in the DM.
That's exciting. You recovered.
Proficient, Thomas. At
Wow.
least 10%.
But at least honestly, yeah.
Yeah, I should do account management or signal service or something. I mean, you honestly recovered 34,000 with me. When did you join?
I think 4 months ago. I'm the one who shared my screen with you, and or if you check your DM.
Yeah, and I get messages every single day that people showing me how much they lost. Like honestly, like today I got 4 messages, one 20k down, and the other one is around 30, etc. So I honestly don't remember, but if you recovered, I'm really glad for that, brother. Well done, good work.
I put the equity 34,000 pounds, and my account was 5,000 pounds because someone is from India doing my account management. Then I recovered from 5,000 pounds to 34,000 pounds.
You got, wow. Yeah, it's typical scam that start with, do you use MetaTrader 4 or 5? Let me do your account management, and then gone. Money, no money. But I'm glad you recovered the money with me. But of course they're gambling, but maybe, you know, it's time, if you want to take it seriously and stop taking blind trades purely relying on me, because, you know, I have losing streaks as well. I'm not bulletproof, but maybe it's time that you take it seriously. Have you thought about that?
Yes, I think from next month I'm gonna start lending and check your recorded sessions as well.
Okay, yeah, it's a good start. I mean, the best investment is when you invest in your education. Don't let anyone manage your money, apart from me. We to discuss about the percentage next week, okay? But yeah, wow, I'm still cannot find words. Like, you recovered 34k with me. Just
I'm driving at the moment. I'll share the screen with you. I'll share the screen with you as well.
No, don't. It's live stream, so make sure that you're not sharing anything private or only your account details with me, please. Wow, 34k blindly following me.
Coming back to the question, is it a good opportunity to buy in the long term, like small lot?
It's one of the worst idea to buy gold now, long term. And do you know why?
Yeah, listening.
Okay, so no idea. Right. Have you heard about inflation recently? Have you noticed that prices are going up in the shop? You notice, right? You go to the shop and you almost pay double price than last year. So because the prices are going up, that's called inflation. And I assume, because you just follow blindly, I don't know what is your level of education in economics and trading and finance. So I'm going to start with the really basic definition. So apologies if it's too simple, but I have no background information about your background. So because inflation is going up, it puts pressure on disposable income of households. And inflation got out of hand, and central banks' main duty to keep inflation at 2%. For many decades now, it's a goal, global goal of every central bank in the world. They failed. We had the COVID and, you know, all the reasons, supply and demand side shocks, boosted prices up to a level where it's not healthy, and it's spiraling into hyperinflation. Well, could be spiraling into hyperinflation. That is something really, really bad. So the Fed is determined to bring down inflation at any cost, and at any cost. Now, can you tell me what can use the Fed, which is one of the most widely known monetary policy tools in order to bring down inflation? Syed, can you tell me one?
It's the interest rate.
Very good, excellent answer. So what happens when interest rate is going up? How does it affect gold, stocks, and USD?
I think gold gets stronger, and the dollar gets stronger.
The dollar gets stronger because interest rate is going up, means that the bond market, which is the fixed income market, has to follow the interest rate, because it's the cost of money, the borrowing cost. That's how much investors lending money to others, banks lending money to households, businesses get loans. So if interest rate is going up, the interbank lending market determines the base price, the federal funds rate, the borrowing cost, the very how much they lend, you know, the overnight repo rate, and etc. So what happens that the government bonds have to follow the rise in interest rate with the rise in yields, the return, because if you know you get better money on a loan, the government is going to run out of money, because the government is a business. They need to fund so they need to match what's coming in and what's going out. But anyway, that's a funding source. So if rates rise, the yields on the bonds are going to increase. If the yields on the bonds are going to increase, it is an opportunity cost for investors to get some carry from the coupon payments, because the coupon and the bonds work in a way that they promise to pay you back the full capital at the end of the maturity, but until that they pay you coupon payments, depending on the type of bond, European, American, Asian. And because the yields are rising, gold becomes less attractive, right? Because gold doesn't bear any interest. You got a piece of metal that has it has value, but there's no carry trade, there's no interest. And because the yields are increasing, gold is gonna go down. Now, have you read any of the newspaper articles I posted on Discord?
Not really. I just shared something on your Discord. If you check, this is what I'm trying to do now. This is the only account left with me.
Okay, so I will check in a minute, but you need to understand the current interest rate environment. The Fed clearly committed and admitted and announced, like pretty much the Fed was standing out and said, shouting to the world that we're going to raise interest rate until inflation or you go down. And there was an article recently on Financial Times that the Fed FOMC members even said that they could see interest rates going into 2023 and 24, the rise of interest rate. Now, if rates are definitely going to rise, so it's definitely going to put pressure on gold, why would you buy? Why? So it's not a good idea to buy gold, because if interest rates currently at almost 3.4%, and the forecast is that interest rate is going to be 4% throughout 2023. So, you know, gold is dropping since July, and we're halfway through to 4%. So gold has a long way to drop. So it's not a good idea to buy gold now, if it's long term. Sorry. Okay.
Understand. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. But please take some time and learn what I try to put across, and don't follow me blindly. Well, I'm happy for your 34,000. We talk about that management fee later.
I'm happy to pay the management fee if you check my DM now.
Business is coming to the house. Oh, you saw Mar. Yeah, I remember now. Wow. So, are you serious?
Yes.
How on earth
and
is it possible?
Someone
hold on.
managing my account, 3 accounts.
But you're in profit now or loss? I couldn't really figure out.
I'm in 100k drawdown.
Drawdown, 100k. Mate, you got a really bad risk management. I'm sorry to say, but it's better to get the slap from me than from the markets.
As I mentioned, I wasn't managing my account, so I was completely new and put my money on someone's name, and I recovered one account. This is the last account which is left.
I try to do my best, but you cannot always say that it was someone else's fault, because now you're managing the account and you need to make decisions. I try to help, but that's a discussion for another time, not on live on YouTube, okay?
No worries. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, but I'm glad you made 34k. That's a good amount. All right, everything is running in profit, guys. Are you in profit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, someone is asking about the USD. Hello, Tomasz. Can you give explanation why USD JPY is going up? I pretty much explained about the rising interest rate and the hawkish expectations of the market from the Fed, and that is pushing up the US dollar. Because if yields are rising, bonds become more attractive in the US for investors all around the world, young and old and rich and not that rich. So they all want that carry trade from the government bonds and bills and notes and everything that's on the money market and the fixed income market. So what they're going to do is, because the Fed admitted that we are going to raise interest rates throughout 2023, it's going to be minimum 4%. So they're speculating, they forward looking, and they say, okay, so if the Fed is raising interest rate to a 4, 5, maybe 6%, I can get 6% return if I buy that government bond next year. It's much better investment than on a checking account or whatever. So going to the money market. So they want that carry trade, they want that government bond, because the Fed said we are going to give you money, but we raise interest rate. So what they're going to do, they buy the government bonds, but that is going to create a demand for US dollar, because those bonds are denominated in US dollar. And that's why the US dollar is dominating the world, the whole market. That's why it's going up. Brandon is asking, Tomasz, can I buy a new smoke alarm or a new battery? Why are you asking that?
So can you?
Can I buy
your
you
alarm is beeping.
My alarm? No, there's nothing on.
That's what he said.
No, there's nothing beeping here. No. But I'm gonna put my laptop on charger. I'll back in a second. keep your eye on money's coming in. You know the drill.
GBP USD nicely dropping down.
Yeah, that's an important weekly zone, right? On GBP USD?
Yeah.
Really important.
Because I think definitely it will go down, you know. At least
I'm not sure, but I think some publishings about the currency are predicting that as well, in direction to parity.
Yeah, the main thing is the new Prime Minister, she plans to spend 130 billion pounds on freezing energy bills. That's also the reason. It's purely sentiment.
Okay.
And also the raising borrowing costs is already crucial for UK budget, you know.
Yes.
The USD remains strong, so it possibly it can reach up to 1.12. I mean, end of this quarter, but in the short term, definitely it will go down to up to 1.14. So at least I just took one lot of GBP USD. Our target was 1.14.
I'm still curious about the fire alarm. Whose fire alarm was that? Or did you hear some beeping from me?
I think it's my one, Thomas, because my fire alarm battery finished. That's why it's beeping.
Okay, so Brandon, please kindly buy a new fire alarm for Satish.
This battery run out.
Which address should I send it to, Satish?
Sorry?
Which address?
Address?
Yeah. Your address or your address?
It's Australia, Melbourne.
I'm sure you can find a supplier for fire alarm in Australia.
No, it's just only battery. I just go tomorrow.
Who needs a fire alarm in it? Well, actually we need, because we are on fire this week. Boom. That's a bad joke.
It's the winter here. Spring starting nicely today, 20 degrees in Melbourne.
You're from Australia, right? Huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
So as I discussed before, you know, so it's a nice sell on GBP USD.
Yeah, Thomas, we talk about the current level of GBP USD, and I was talking that an important level on a weekly basis. Actually.
Let's see, GBP USD. Matthew. That's okay. Stop smoking.
No smoking because of the cough. I don't smoke.
Yeah, GBP. You know, generally talking about the currency is definitely has the same kind of outlook as any other currency in the world. Against the dollar, it's gonna go down, but it's just way too down. That said, if I'm buying USD Japanese yen crazy every single time it goes higher and making profit, why couldn't you make money by selling the GBP against the dollar? Same scenario. Is this, you know, just the other way around?
Yeah, sell.
In it, buy high, sell low.
Yeah.
It goes against anything you ever learned about trading. In it. And yet, somehow we make money out of this. Did I share the analysis in Discord? Oh, sorry, my bad.
The new UK Prime Minister making unrealistic promises, you know.
Just like any other politician. Am I right? They're making unrealistic promises.
That's how you do it.
Okay, gold and we had US 30, the other one. Oh God. We have 27 minutes until the New York Stock Exchange is opening. Right. Sergey Doroshenko is asking, YouTube Tomasz, what do you think about during times of recession there's a problem with cash supply in the world? That's why assets like gold, Bitcoin, etc. are being sold in order to get the cash. Good reasoning. I mean, there is a shortage of, well, I wouldn't say shortage of money, but definitely when the Fed is increasing, no, actually, it's two-way. I think you need to understand the business cycle, because there are different parts of the business cycle, and depending on which part or which phase we are in the business cycle, this theory could be right and wrong. And we actually, do you guys remember when we learned about the business cycle in the first or the second economic session? Do you guys remember the business cycle? So
yes.
Okay, so this is the business cycle, and it consists of, you know, peaks and troughs. So when the economy is doing well, it's on the top, on the peak. When the economy is not doing too well, it's at the bottom in a recession or depression.
Booms and busts.
Yes, booms and busts, exactly. And if you draw a line straight through the depression, the first part, when the economy is going down, so it's a recession, it could be caused because the central bank is increasing the interest rate, i.e. reducing the money supply. Now, if this is the case, and we look at that is a recession, but when interest rates, so you need to look into the interest rate environment rather than just focusing on recession, because recession could have two different interest rate environment. The first one, when we're going downhill in a recession, that means there's a possibility that the central bank is raising interest rate, hence we are going down. It puts pressure on disposable income, consumer loans, mortgages, any kind of, you know, short or long-term borrowing cost. So, but when we reach the bottom, the Fed and any central bank needs to change, because in order to get out from the recession, what do we do? What does the Fed do? They need to spend their way out from the recession. They need to increase the money supply, expand it. So they open up the money tap again, and they flood the market with money, and that is going to bring out the economy from the recession. It's called the Kickstart the Economy, developed by John Maynard Keynes a century ago, or 1930s, during the big depression, can't remember, but there was two opposing theories or economists, Hayek and John Maynard Keynes. I don't know what was Hayek's full name. He was an Austrian economist. He was all about save money. John Maynard Keynes was all about spend money, because the government and the central bank is the biggest player in the market. Therefore, they need to step in and inject money into the money, the circular flow of income. And that's how you get through a business cycle, booms and busts.
Yeah, well explained.
Yeah, so, you know, that's why I couldn't give you a straight answer to your question, because we need to understand, if you narrow it down, which part of the business cycle we're in, or what is the interest rate environment, I could give you a better answer. How did I not notice that someone's fire alarm is beeping for the past 2 weeks? I still can't understand.
So I need to replace the battery as soon as possible, otherwise the house insurance won't cover.
And now the whole YouTube chat is all about fire alarms and batteries. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Road Money. Oh, I got a message from Road Money. You are doing amazingly great posts. Much love from Ghana. Wagwan, brother. Thank you so much for reaching out. How did you get my Telegram?
Guys, are you guys planning to come to Australia? Maybe Thomas, next holiday, come to Australia.
I'm going to, yeah, I come and change your smoke alarm.
Sorry.
I'm going to come to Australia and change your battery.
No, I'll do it tomorrow. Sorry. That much sound coming out.
Oh, guys. I keep every single day people reaching they want to join the community.
So the Thomas 1700 will become the, I think will become the resistance rather than the support.
Possible. Anything is
So
possible.
what would be our
Maybe.
Hey, Mr. Galmers. Who had it?
What? Are you all in a cell?
Damn right.
Me too. At 1705, what we discussed this morning, Thomas.
Yeah, it came. And I stubbornly believe that price... Well, you know, I had a FOMO this morning, like, oh, should I sell now? I did sell, hit the stop loss, went exactly where we started or planned to sell. Lesson learned. Well, I think everyone does the same mistake over and over again.
Yep, me too, sometimes.
Well, if the price had dropped immediately from where we sold, we wouldn't have been discussing that. You know,
yeah.
we had to take our chances.
Exactly.
Wasn't bad to be. Yeah.
You know, stop loss hits are built into this game. The question is, are you willing to sacrifice 2 or 3 stop loss hits of 1% each, so you lose maximum 3% of free trades, for a bigger return of, for example, 10% or 5% on each trade? It's simple numbers game.
Yeah, when I have two potential entries, such as today, I distribute my percentage to like by 2. Let's say 0.5 on the first one and 0.5 on the second one.
Yes, probability statistics. That's the way to go.
Exactly.
You measure up the probabilities of each trade, and if at the end of the day or at the end of your analysis, if you analyze, okay, so this is how much money I can make, this is how much money I can lose. If the possibility of winning outweighs the possibility of losing, then it's a clear question. But this is how you make any decision pretty much in life. When you go to the bank, you have money, for example, and you think about it. Okay, so I have enough money to buy a flat or a house as a second or third flat. So I can buy one to rent it out, or I can leave the money in the bank account and get some returns. And you measure up. I get 3% return on the checking account, but I could get monthly income if I buy a house or a flat and sublet it. That brings about, 20% return annually. So of course you're going to choose the higher return. Same as with trading. Thorough analysis, preparation, not just blindly following trades and entering. Preparation.
Yep.
Easily we can make money like $300 every day without hassle. If we
You can double your money with me in 24 minutes. Easily, trust me, brother.
750% week.
Thomas, the money printing machine.
I feel like it this week, but we had a tough 2 months. I had a tough 2 months. You might remember that. It was awful. July and August was awful.
Yeah.
I told you it's going to be bad. Some of you didn't listen, and surprised like, oh, why is this month so shit? Because it's shit. It's always shit. And I said, wait until September. 5th of September, everything will be back to normal. Boom. We are 3 days into the week, 3 days into the new quarter. And we made the money for the whole month.
July, August are good months too.
You had good months in August.
Yeah. But you have to scalp. It's not the normal way of trading those months.
Yeah, I passed my challenge in August, actually.
August is bad for me, but... Golden Boy is asking, how many years have you been trading?
6 months.
Good question. 6 months, yeah. No.
And third was built.
I started back when I was at university, but that was just like, trading society, competitions, etc. And then I got an internship at the commodities trading desk, trading carbon emission permit. Then I moved into Thomson Reuters. There wasn't trading job, but it was financial job. So it was financial market, is relevant to trading. Similar to Bloomberg, just Thomson Reuters. Then I moved into asset management, into trading and hedge fund. I started on the equities trading desks, US equities, so I had to go to work by 12 in the afternoon. Then I moved into the fixed income desk. I was there for quite a few years, and I moved into risk management, capital markets for big banks. So I think if I count the university years, it's over 10 years. If I don't count the university years, just the professional years,
Oh, you're such a good experience.
7, maybe, on and off. Yeah, that's. I've been. Yeah, you can read about me. I have a nice photo on the website. That was my old desk back on the trading floor. 40-second freaking story. And some qualifications, some more pictures about having my morning coffee and just watching the faraway future, thinking about gold, walking casually with my laptop, more thinking about gold.
No more thinking about.
Yeah, but I think you're interested in the professional years, which is this one. I had hair back then, not much, but more than now. Yeah, that's me. Oh, gold is dropping.
Nice photogenic face, man.
Sorry?
You got nice photogenic face.
Thank you very much. You're really, really kind.
What do you need, my friend?
Wine Dine and 69.
Ew.
Ew, vad är
Hello. Oops. Who was it? Don.
It was me. I was just messing with you.
How you doing?
I'm trying to do good, but you know, some days you just have to go, what the heck is going on?
On the market?
In general.
In general, life, market, whatever, you know, kids
Yeah, I'm
coming
trying
in,
to figure
kids
out.
going out, wife coming in.
Life, wife. They rhyme. They rhyme.
They rhyme in time, and if they're all happy, you're happy, whether you want to believe it or not.
Market is very... oh, interesting question. So Aaron Martyr is asking, what made you decide to quit your daily job, Tomasz? It's the commitment to sit in an office, work for someone else. I mean, the last 3 years of my professional career in banking and finance was not trading, was not in the front office. I was at the it's not the support area, but it's risk management. So I was managing the traders, I was managing the subsidiaries, the other banks who joined our company. So I was managing 15 banks in 13 different countries. Capital markets risk management, derivatives. I had to deal with regulations, policies. Even with the ECB, I had many projects with the ECB. And it was not fun. So it was tough. I really enjoyed it because I get to travel to every single country. But at the end of the day, I have my certain way of, I like to have an early breakfast, start my day early, and then just go for a coffee whenever I want. And, having 4, 5, 6 meetings a day is quite tough to manage my life the way I want it. So I just quit. I wanted to do something else. I wanted to do videography and photography, but mostly videos. I wanted to have my own business since I was a child. And right now, we managed to build up with my wife 3 successful businesses, which I'm very proud of. And I'm much happier.
What type of business is it? You never talked about it.
Women's
online, but
leather
you don't
bag.
want to say it. I think
You
it's-
might. Yeah,
It
it's
only depends on
personal, so I'm
something
not
like-
going to reveal anything.
No,
So
just joking.
one of
You're
them is
right.
actually Italian leather bags. It was my wife's idea, and I helped her building up the company because I did many startups throughout the years. and I sold some startups as well. And one of them is a Italian leather bag online e-commerce shop. It's really successful, but it's really tiring since we have employees. That's quite a tough job to work with other people. But pretty much these days,
making the bags?
no, just buying from a wholesaler, putting a brand on it, so it's brand management. But
that's good.
pretty much you can make money out of everything these days. All you need is a phone, some motivation, and time. And doesn't matter how much capital you have. Start with what you have. You don't have to spend money, a crazy amount of money, unless it's like building up an inventory, of course. But to start a business, sometimes all you need is your dedication and your time, because that is the most valuable. I could show you a dozen examples around from my friends from the sailing club who have shitloads of money, like they are seriously wealthy, but they burning money on wasted businesses and they don't care. And that's when many of them make bad business decisions and they just waste money. They think they're going to make money in a new area, but they realize they spend too much on equipment, machinery, people, and then they just don't care about it. And they have to hire someone who's going to manage their business, and eventually it brings some return. But if they had to do it by themselves, now that they have money, they would most likely fail if they have money. But if they wouldn't have money, when they started, they didn't have money. I didn't have money when I started, and that dedication, a need, if someone is in need, that is a really big push that you need to do something. And one of the best decisions in my life is that I keep quitting my jobs because I realized I don't want to work there, and that really helped me to push other ventures beyond what I was expecting and make them successful. So start now, today, with what you have. Don't worry about the money. Just do it. Obviously, if you have a family or something, dependent, that's a different story, but you can make money out of everything.
Yeah, and if you quit your job and you find yourself lost in the middle of nowhere, just contact Hamas and he'll transfer you some money.
That's not going to happen. It's good. It's funny, but no. I think, because I know exactly that, I don't have parents. They died quite young, so I built up everything from my own. And I know exactly, when I went to the UK, when I was 19, I had no money, no connections. And I went to university. I worked some of the biggest companies, some of the biggest banks in the whole world. I became a trader. I used to work on the trading floor. That was my dream. And if anyone tells me that, I was lucky or had money, that's bullshit. And if anyone tells me that, it's hard to do and start whinging and complaining, just do it. I have no sympathy. Other people made it. You can make it as well. What makes you different? That you cannot do anything. You cannot make a business.
True.
You're not different. I'm not different. We're all the same. Some of our lucky have more money, but who's told you that you need money for business? Yes, it's difficult. It's going to be hard, but you have something more valuable than money. It's your time.
That's definitely true. And you have to start from somewhere, actually, even if you see that that's not exactly your target. But instead of just sitting in your place
start
and doing
doing
nothing,
start
exactly.
doing.
My first job in my life, I got $250 for that per month. Was so cheap, if you consider it. But that was the first. That was the first beat, just to move me and put me on the right track. That's how I got my contacts. That's how I started understanding how things go forward, how to meet with people and how to, react with them, and that's how you gain experience. So even though it's not the best opportunity, definitely, or not that what you dream of, but definitely I got some knowledge from there. And that's how I advanced in my life.
Agree. Keeping up your hand gives no satisfaction.
Blaming others and saying that I can't do, I won't do, it's not good. You have to do it, and stop giving excuses like I can't, I won't, it's too hard. Think about it as not as sacrifice, but as investment. So think about it when you're going to the gym. You're not sacrificing your time and I'm tired. Think about it as an investment, that what is going to give you how much return and yield. We talked about it with Ali, that, think about business opportunities. Think about your life as an investment. Every minute you spend with learning, health, education, or building a business, a side hustle, it's investment. It's not pain. Well, it's going to be painful, but it's not sacrifice. It's investment.
If
and when you
succeed,
think about it,
it's got such a good feeling.
I give you an example. Yeah, if you succeed, but many entrepreneurs fail, but then you move to the next one. There's a guy in my town who was a CNC, what is it called when you have those machines? CNC?
Yeah, CNC machines.
CNC machines. He, after the revolution or the fall of the Soviet Union, he was out on the street, and he started in his barn with that machine making metal equipments or metal parts. He started building up his business, and then he became a millionaire. Then he wanted to become a big company. Then he lost everything because the government took it away. He went back to his barn. He started again from zero. He didn't have money. His wife was paying everything. Then he got divorced. Then he built up the company again, lost everything again. The third time he was almost homeless. He had to give away the machine to someone and rent it out, his machine, or hire it. The third time he found a big contractor or big buyer, but he didn't have money for the raw materials that he's going to make the output. But anyway, somehow he managed to get it, and now he owns 4 Ferraris, 3 Porsches, and a fucking big house that he never even uses. And he's a multimillionaire. He sold his business, and that is one of the best stories. And I still want to visit that guy and just shake his hand like, mate, well done. He never complained. He just kept grinding. There's another
the biggest thing there that you've got to look at is that it's a matter of determination and focus. It's not a matter of I can't do it. It's a matter of what do I need to do next. That's what your mindset's got to be, or it's never going to happen.
Yeah, and that
don't
is a very
complain,
good point.
Don't quit.
Exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't do any good to quit. It doesn't do any good to get up.
You have to do your job. How do you call that truck that goes and sucks out the shit from holes? It's from old houses.
Honey buckets.
What is it called? Honey buckets.
Out here there's places they call them honey buckets, and they go and they suck the septic tanks out.
Yes. So there was one guy, again, he lives locally, and I know him because he's now a really, really wealthy man, and I did help him with some investment. Long story short, he is a gypsy. Like, he's from a really, really poor background, and he took a job driving this car, sucking out shit from holes. What is it called again? Honey rocket. So he was sucking shit out, but he realized that his boss is not managing the business well, because he's drinking, he's gambling, he's not investing in the machinery. And a year or 2 years later, he was a minimum wage, like barely making any, and the car needed fixing, but the owner didn't have money for fixing. So the guy was like, okay, I saved some money, how about I buy the car? Eventually he bought that car, and he was driving, but now it was his business. But there was so many addresses, he needed to buy another car, and he started to expand his business, and he was sucking shit out of holes, but he made it. He did it every single day, and he drives a Porsche as well today. Oh, sorry, an Audi Q8. You can make money out of everything. You just need the right mentality.
Right.
That's it.
The easiest choice is to quit. Always.
Mate.
It is there, always on the table, but it's the easiest choice, but it is definitely not going to reach you anywhere. Not going to take you anywhere.
Yeah, it's just...
But of course, you need also some kind of sorry,
No, go ahead. I talked enough. You know, it's people interested in you guys as well. When you have
beyond right place around here.
I have difficulties hearing you.
Well,
yeah, the voice is a bit.
Is it better now?
Not much.
Is it better now?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Yeah, I would say just should have also some kind of luck here and be lucky and also be in the right place and right times. So it's also a bit plays around in this kind of situations and stories. Just recalling also, it's my father. He's also comes to really big family. It's 9 kids, so in the family, and they not well situated in those days. When he came back from the army, from Soviet Union times, so you can imagine those times, and he was nothing on his, say, his pockets. So and he started to working in say an industry which calls peat industry. So he made this kind of pulp for the farms, big farms, and for cow farms, this poultry for bedding, and he harvested this Soviet Union times this peat from the lands. So he opened new ones, so rip off all those trees to get this material. And this Soviet Union times when this was broke once, so it was early 90s. So and again he was with nothing. He accumulated some wealth in that time, and there was this option that you can buying out all those equipments that was available, and he spent all his money, and in that time again it was with nothing but these machines, and there was no possibility to go to the banks and to get loan and to some kind of improvement situation and to buy the gasoline for those diesel for those machines really to operate them. And there was a member, I was how old it was, I think it was 11, and I remember we sit in the kitchen and eat the potatoes from the from this how it calls just I forget his name, where we put all this firewood inside. So from that place we took all the potatoes in that way. So quite crazy times. And after just from 3 years, it was in 2000. No, sorry, it was 1994. Yeah, and when this came from Germany, kind of investor and looking forward to this possibility to in that time when there's quite bad situation in our region, is Latvia, and start this kind of investment and move further.
But he made it at the end of the day, doesn't he?
And in the end, of course, he was pretty wealthy. So it's 2000. Actually, in 2010, he has pretty good wealth and developing his business with this guy from Germany. And they have at the moment 3 factories. Made really good substrate for the world. And yeah.
Yeah, it's
days.
Yeah. Sorry. You know the I think not everyone is destined for success and entrepreneurship. Some people require, and by the way, I'm closing down the position because market is turning now, and we're gonna end the stream soon anyway. So I started looking in at the profit while Kaspars was speaking. But going back, not every people is destined to be a leader, entrepreneur. or do anything. Some people require us to be led because they cannot make individual decisions. They incapable to make these decisions. They are afraid, and they are perform better if they are controlled and led by others. There's no shame in that, but know your place. And if you never try being, you know, someone different and be your own boss, you're never going to know which herd or which side you're on. And you know, you either work for someone. If you don't have dreams and motivation, you will end up working for someone who has. And I think that's the closing sentence of the stream. I'm gonna go put together the baby furniture because my wife is looking really angry at me. I think it was a good session. I really enjoyed the conversation about, you know, success and motivation, and I highly recommend to everyone, you know, start something with your life. Start with what you have and try it. Doesn't matter what area is it. You can make money and opportunity out of everything these days. Thank you so much, guys. Team, see you all at 8 a.m. for the morning briefing.
Thank you, Thomas.
Thanks,
Always
guys.
appreciate it.
Thanks, John.
Bye
Thanks,
bye.
Bye bye.
Thanks, Alan. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Alan.
Yeah.
He wasn't here.
Where's Alan? I miss
He's
him.
in a
Alan
break.
gone?
He's in a break.
You,
Alan.
Yeah.
We did some forecast on
yeah.
Sunday with some of them.
Oh, there he is. There's the old codger. He's back from
See
the
you guys.
Bye-bye.
And people on YouTube, thank you so much for joining in. Don't go too far away because I have some news for you guys. So many of you reached out that you want to join the community, you want to learn economics, you want to learn trading, as you should trade, not just drawing trend lines and placing random trades. You can join through the website alphafx.eu. 2 memberships available, 50% discount. Use it. It's your discount, it's not mine. Take the opportunity and use it until it's there, because I'm going to close down the memberships. I had to reopen because so many of you messaged me that it's closed. It's open again. I'm sending it into the YouTube chat. Use it, it's yours. About tomorrow, we'll see whether it's going to be live trading, but today I'm gonna go on a break. This is the Alpha FX.
Trading is all about experience. It's to feel the adrenaline running through our veins. Like all the things we do that excite us. Whatever world we come from or live in, there are people that are born to succeed. They're called special, to hustle every day for an opportunity of a lifetime. Looking for the challenge to shape our future is something that's in our DNA. A privilege just available for a few. Traders, we see things differently, paying attention to every small detail that would maybe go unnoticed by the common eye. On or by the edge is our playground, with a constant strive for glory, seeking for a new tomorrow.